Hello, Mario. So today I'm going to be talking about the code for the assignment 2. So it contains four Java files, the ones that were uploaded with the assignment. So first I'll talk about the binary node class, the file. So this one, I've added some methods that as instructed, such as the print pre-order and the print post-order. And since we've already worked on a lab that contained these methods, I've looked at it and I've compared with it and I've made the changes to it and I've added those methods. And so initially I took a look at the variables that we used and I made the changes accordingly. And then I've also added the evaluate method. Now this was one that I kind of struggled with because I was having a lot of problems and the code just kept on giving a lot of errors. So I found a way to work around it. I'm not entirely sure that if it's correct, but it seems to be working. And now I'll go the expression tree. So in this Java file, I've also added the print pre-order and the print post-order. Since the print in order was already included, uh, I took the help of that, made the changes accordingly. And then I've also written the code for print evaluate the and for this method the helper class I've added in the other one. And I've also added two more methods. I'll just talk about this in a while. And I've also included the code for this one, the is operator method. So essentially if it equals this or that, and I've written the code accordingly so that it doesn't produce any errors. Now, the calculator Java file, this is the main one. So, with the instructions that were provided, I try to make it to the best I can. And one of the methods that I added over here was the precedence method. So, this one will be needed in the calculator, the string to expression tree method. So, in the run method, which is essentially the main method, I took a look at the instructions that were provided and I made the changes accordingly. So I've also used a file reader and I've created another file, an input text file that I've added over here. And I just added like a sample code, just to test it if it works. And I've also added the code for the print pre-order and print post-order as such. And yeah, that was expression tree, so I'll just go with calculator now. And yeah, this is the main method, the expression tree. So over here, this was the most challenging one of all because I tried different combinations of variations, but eventually at some point I ended up getting an error, but I still found a way to work around it. And what I essentially did was I followed the algorithm that was provided with the program, and I had a few problems with it, but at the end I was able to get because I was able to work around it. So I've utilized the carrot precedence method over here, and that's useful for this because that's when I kind of figured out since it was also provided in the instructions. So essentially, when we see an operator of low precedence, and then like we push it to the OP stack, and I've tried to keep it as close to the algorithm as possible. And so far, it worked good because the code wasn't producing any errors as such. And then I essentially this was the last method in this one. And in the test Java file, I haven't made any corrections, because it was already working. But when I made the change to this method, there was a problem with the file not found exception because it wasn't exactly working with the file reader that I implemented. So I added another piece of code. I've added the throws exception, and it seemed to be working. And this is what happens when I execute it. So this is the only exception that I'm facing. There's no compilation errors as such, but I've tried my way to work around it. I'm still working on it, but I just decided that I'll initially submit the project and then I'll continue to work on it. But other than that, I'm not facing any errors as such, and I do believe that all these methods are correct. So yeah, that was it. Thank you.